Every business owner thinks, are we gonna make it, right? Because, we're still 2.5 years, 3 years in, and we're not making a penny. You know you have a good idea, but your bank account doesn't tell you otherwise. Those moments are the moments that you just have to keep on going. I don't have a deep story about why InSuccess got started. I literally went on Google to find out something to do in Mississauga and found nothing in the 6th biggest city in Canada. So I grabbed a programmer, which is my partner now, his name is Duy, and we met for a drink, and I told him, I'm like, I think I have something big here, right? I bought the domain name InSuccess, and there's no website in Mississauga that's dedicated to a younger generation, right? Mississauga's only had one news source, which is Mississauga News, forever. Right? He liked the idea, and so we literally grabbed a napkin, started writing down ideas on the napkin, and I think I still have the napkin. I hope I still have the napkin. You have a great idea, you have everything, right? But, are people going to buy into it, right? And the web business is tough.
What Khaled and his business partner Duy have done is basically created a media company in a market that already had a media company representing the cities Mississauga and Brampton.
It was tough. It was like at the beginning, we, just like any business, we have no money, so it was based on contribution. Contributors are awesome, but they run dry, so we had to write ourselves. I learned to write myself, doing top 5s. I think the biggest thing that people kid themselves about is that they could create a business doing it part-time, or not putting 12 hours in per day. But that's probably the biggest deception anybody can ever tell you. Day 1 to almost year 3 was a big struggle, meaning we didn't make any money, and there's a certain threshold of kind of page views, which is about 500,000 or 750,000, where you can't really sell. You can't really sell advertising until you hit that threshold. I stopped everything, and this InSuccess was my full-time thing, and that was it. You can't do part-time. Part-time's a hobby. The first 3 years were super rough. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I had to live on credit, and had to, I had a line of credit, I had savings and stuff like that, and I had to go into that, right? And but now it's going really well. I think I always knew it was gonna become big, because I wouldn't have put so much effort into it if I didn't know that. Right, so I mean, I knew from the beginning it was going to become big, but I didn't know when, right? But I can't tell you if there's any one point where, where I knew it was going to become big. But the good thing is that since day 1, it's grown like this, and it hasn't stopped.
I'm sorry.
I had Khaled on Facebook, and I completely have no idea how we ended up being Facebook friends. But I knew he started InSuccess, the website, and that he was doing a podcast for it, and then he transformed into a TV show.
Khaled is notorious for getting up out of his chair a minute before we go live. So even last week when we were in production, he stood up, walked into the control room with 45 seconds to go, and he's like, hey, can we pull up this image? And I was like, Khaled, you can't be telling me 45 seconds before. So, sometimes maybe a little bit last minute with some of his things, but that's okay. It all ends up coming together in the end.
Khaled's very chill, very chill. I'm very much the, what's our script? What does it look like? What are questions are we asked him? And he's very much like, Jackie, don't worry, the show is just chill. You're gonna be easy, it's gonna be good. He's like, you got this. I've even seen his son Utah grow up before my eyes, because he's been coming with him to the productions. Khaled jokes that he's his executive producer. Khaled's been a pleasure to work with,
A lot of fun, always has like great, fun, creative ideas, always trying to think outside the box.
I think this is a start of something gigantic. I think it's the start of something that can be the next big media organization in Canada. This is just the starting line I'm at. You know, Mississauga works, but I'm not saying it was easy.
The first 2 years of building the brand, I mean, when we really started selling, we kind of forgot how to kind of enjoy things. I mean, and take time to do things that are important to us.
We're the biggest media company in Mississauga, and in Brampton we've been around, about 100 days, and we're already the biggest media company in Brampton.
Both cities have very distinct culture. They're very large cities.
So now we have to expand it, and we can expand it to every other city in Canada, right? So we're just at the starting point. The model's there, so we can do it. Quote me on this, and do a documentary on me again in like 5 years, and I'll have probably about 30, 40 cities down under my belt.
Okay, we're flying right now. We are flying.
Welcome back to InSuccess.com, live here at the Wolfdale Studios. It's Khaled.
I'm Jackie.
And we're going to do Mississauga Trivia with Jason and Andre.
You guys
Ready? Let's go. Okay.
Here we go. Oh, okay, there we go.
How's your throwing going, Eric?
Me and all these 16,000 people.
I see money as more the report card to your success, right? So, I mean, that's the way I see it. I mean, if you're going to get successful at something, money's going to come no matter what. And in my opinion, money shouldn't be the driver, right? If money was the driver, I would do other things. Somebody's asked me, what do you like best about what you do? And the thing I like best about what I do is what I'm doing now, I never thought I would do.